What's up, folks? I want to talk to you guys about the best way to take control of your life. Just popped in my head today or this morning that I wanted to share this with you, but it is something that I've talked about in the past as well. You've probably, if you've been following me for a while on social media, you've probably heard me talk about the importance of living a proactive lifestyle versus a reactive lifestyle. And this is a lot easier said than done. We really have to pay attention to living a proactive lifestyle just because the way that technology works and how society works with very high expectations from people, in terms of expecting you to always be available, always be on. There's so many ways to communicate with people. You can't get away from anyone. It's social media and email and phone and text, it's impossible. So we really have to go out of our way to focus on living a proactive lifestyle versus a reactive lifestyle. And the benefit of living a proactive lifestyle is that is when you're going to be the most in control of your life. If you're always responding to notifications, if you have your notifications on your phone and you have the volume up, you're consistently throughout the day, you're being told what to do and when to do it. So I want to share with you guys what I find to be the most effective thing to help me to own my own life and take control of my own life in this chaotic world we live in these days. Just to give you a quick backstory on how I thought about it today is I'll share with you kind of what my routine looks like. Especially now, well, this is my consistent routine, but we've also started the 1% Club, the personal development challenge. Shout out to y'all. Speaking of which, I got a call here. 1 sec, just gonna turn that off. From Michigan, whatever that means. Anyways, so my mornings, I have a pretty awesome personal development routine that I stick with. When I wake up at 5 a.m., I get outside. As soon as I wake up, I'm out the door and I have a morning walk routine that I do where I just focus on some affirmations and some thinking about my day, what my plan is for the day. I already set my schedule the night before when I do my journaling before bed, but just kind of go over how my day is going to look like. I do some gratitude kind of stuff, and the most important is the affirmations. Do that for about half an hour, come home, I eat breakfast, and then I hit the gym for an hour, I think around 6:30. After the gym, I come home, I shower, I eat again, because I just eat a light meal before the gym just to give myself some energy. So I eat actual breakfast after the gym, and then I do my morning journaling, which leads me up to about 8:30, and then from 8:30 to 8:40 till 9 a.m. I meditate. So I'm up very early, but I'm not available to the world until 9 a.m. Now I'll still have my phone on because I'm doing some coaching programs and whatnot in the morning that I shoot some videos when I'm doing my morning walk and that kind of stuff. So I still have my phone on, but in terms of business or anything of that sense, I'm not available until 9 a.m. However, the most important part is from 8:40 a.m. to 9 a.m. I meditate. And for anyone, most people I feel like are up at this time already, but especially being up at 5 a.m. I really notice this, because 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. you still have plenty of time, your phone's quiet, you can get things done. Usually around 7 a.m. things start happening. I'll get some text messages or social media conversations or whatever is going on. But I really find from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. is when the world begins. That's when things, it's almost like people are expecting the day to begin around 8 a.m. I have a view from my window that looks out on one of the busier roads in Vancouver. It looks out on Kingsway. and I can really see, 8 a.m. the day has started. People are honking, people are yelling at each other. I don't know how people live like that, where they just wake up 2 minutes before the alarm clock, and they're late every day, and they're they hate the world and they hate people. But anyways, another topic for another day. But what I want to share with you guys is that from 8:40 to 9 a.m. the world is happening. I'm starting to maybe get calls, text messages. Most of the people I work with are aware that 9 a.m. is when I typically start. But for that 20 minutes when I meditate, considering that is, the world has already started to happen, it's a very busy time in the day for most people, to take that time to sit down and close my eyes and tell myself the world is not going to begin for me yet until I do this. And also telling myself that I'm not getting caught up in the chaos until I do this. It is such a powerful move. It's the biggest power move that you can do to take control of your life. And that's just putting in that meditation. Meditating is the most important thing you can do if you are looking to take control of your life. Now, I know you've heard a lot about meditating in this, but I don't know, maybe you haven't heard that this is one of the benefits of doing it. Because if you're like someone like myself, I do not stop. It's like, whether, doesn't matter what I'm doing, but mentally in my head, it's just like boom, 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 boom. And I even get this when I'm meditating. I've gotten a lot better since I've started meditating. That's a big help for that. But it doesn't stop. Like as soon as I get up, I'm out the door, and I don't stop moving until, 9 p.m. when I go to bed. Which is the reason why initially I introduced meditating into my life, and it's been a total game changer, because it's literally the only time I have in my entire life that I'm conscious, that I'm awake, where I'm not focused on doing something and doing things. It's just taking that short amount of time to just sit and be still and be alive and be present. It's the most powerful thing in the world. And if you're anyone who is like me, if you're skeptic, if you're about meditating, I used to be the exact same way. But if you feel that way, there's a good possibility that you're the type of person who was like myself, who really needs it the most, because you're the person who does not stop. So from 8:40 a.m., when I sit down in that chair and I tell myself, and the world is chaos, things are happening on my phone, internally it's chaos, to an extent where I feel like, okay, things need to start happening. I need to start responding to people. I need to, my phone is ringing, and externally the world is crazy. There's people honking, there's traffic jam getting to work. For me to stop and say, nope, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm in control of my life. I'm going to sit here in silence for 20 minutes. And you don't have to do 20 minutes. 10 is probably more common, but I find for myself, the first 10, it takes me 10 minutes to really get in the zone. And then the second 10 minutes is when I really feel the effect. So I find 20 minutes, but either way, it's when I just sit there and I take that 20 minutes and I say, no, I'm not ready. I'm not starting the day yet. I'm starting the day on my terms. And it's just such a power move. And it's the number one way for you to take control over your life. It's the first step to starting to live a proactive lifestyle rather than reactive. To the point now where if I have my phone on, sometimes I use apps, so I have to have my phone on, unfortunately, when I meditate, not always. But if a call comes in, and the reason I wanted to share this video today was because it really hit me today when I was meditating, my phone started ringing and I could hear it. When you're very busy, if you have a business or you work somewhere where your phone is a big part of your job, you learn to hate your phone. People look at it in a sense where, if your phone's ringing, you're making money, sure. But for me, it's just, I don't love my phone by any means. I actually don't even usually have my notifications on or my volume on. That's another great way to live a proactive lifestyle. I think it's ridiculous that we have this device on us nonstop, and every time it dings, we're expected to pay attention to it, and people expect us to respond within 20 seconds or we lose a friendship or something of that sense. And this is really an important matter that I think does need to be addressed moving forward. But the most important thing you can do is just take control of your personal space, your personal time, your time for personal development. Like myself, like I have from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. is all about personal development. From 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. till I go to bed at 9 is all about personal development. I'm cooking dinner, I'm reading, I'm not watching TV, any of that stuff. That time is extremely important, and we need to take control of our lives and give ourselves that time that we need, because we can't, these reactive lifestyles and living in this chaos world we live in is going to drive people absolutely mental if they don't take this time out. But anyways, this morning from 8:40 to 9 a.m. doing this meditation, and my phone rings and the sound's on, and any other time, I don't know what happened, and this is all part of self-discovery of meditating on a consistent basis, was I noticed it, I opened my eyes for 1 second, I saw that it was ringing, I could hear it, and I left it. And I just sat there and I closed my eyes and I meditated through the phone call. If you were the one calling, I apologize. Just kidding, I didn't call back whoever afterwards. But something hit me when I did that, and it was very powerful. It was almost like a switch hit me internally, that I felt myself say, no, it's already super powerful for me to know that the world has started, as someone who likes to get a head start on the game, and to say, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm taking this time to myself, and I will start the day not when society starts the day, but when I'm ready and when I've done what I need to do in my life. And then on top of that, have something like that to disrupt you and also shut that down. So when I came up with the 9 fundamentals of living the ultimate lifestyle, meditation was the one that I've always had the hardest time with, or I always used to, and it has since become my favorite thing out of all of those things. So if you're not someone who does it, I highly recommend it. The weird thing about meditation is that it's very hard for people to tell you what the benefits are, or for you to maybe see that. But there's nothing that will give you more benefit than meditating, whether it's, if you love exercise, whatever it is, meditation, giving yourself that space is just the most powerful thing you can do. But another reason is just that is the number one thing that you can do to take control of your life. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Things are happening. Life is crazy right now. We have the Design Your Life program is happening, and I'm adding a few people every day. It's been nuts. Super excited about it. And that full program will be going live soon, as well as the personal development challenge is happening, and there's a lot going on. So life is good. Stay busy, but stay healthy as you're doing that, as you're pursuing all these things. Take that time for yourself, that personal development, and live your best life, y'all. Hashtag live your best life. Hashtag Vision 2020, 5 a.m. Club, all that stuff. Talk to you guys later. Peace.